are not as big overall in their lineup will match up with this Rockridge team, especially who's going to try to keep their tabs on Ethan Happ.
I think you'll see a lot of John Hester in this ball game as well. I think he'll get a lot of time with Kaufman. They've kind of alternated the starting lineup for Coach Welch. We'll see John Hester probably pretty quick.
A big crowd here, and a lot of folks have made their way all the way from the Clutch Cities area where Rockridge is located. The ball in the air, the opening tip is tipped around a couple of times. They're picked up off the loose core by Rockridge. They'll be going from our left to right and attack on offense first. On the perimeter, they're working inside half. Touch pass back out front. Along two is on the way. Nick Madison. And Rockridge gets on the board first on Madison's jumper from about 18 or 19 feet away.
And they're going to go inside, outside. You can see it already to Happ, and he's going to kick it out when he's not comfortable.
Happ was very quick to get that one back outside. Here's a turnover. Norton had his pass deflected, intercepted, and here comes Nolan Stevens back the other way. Gets it in the hands of Luke Johnson.
Lazy pass by Norton, picked off by Rockridge.
Rockridge leads 2-0 here in the early going. We've played 40 seconds in our first quarter play. Off the screen out front is Luke Johnson with the left hand. Happ comes out in the perimeter to catch the ball. Now gives it to the good scoring guard, Brian Heath, who will fire up a long one. Too strong. Long carry. Quarterman tips it out front, but they'll get it back in the hands of the shooter, Keith. He'll swing it to the left wing. Happ working one-on-one. It's Quarterman trying to guard him. He'll kick it to the other wing. Here's a left-handed push shot from Madison. First two shots in the ball game and has all five of their points.
Well, he's their shooter. You got to get out on him. Can't leave him that wide open.
Reinhardt back the other way. Right wing to Norton. Deep in the right corner. Bounces in high post to Kaufman. He's going to drive against Happ. Got around him. The bounce pass off to Reinhardt. Will lay it off the board. Jake Reinhardt. Pass by Braxton Kaufman to Jake Reinhardt, who gets Central Catholic on the board.
They took it right to the big man. Got around him. Nice pass by Kaufman.
Saints within 3 by 2. Here's another jumper by the hot shooter, but he rounded out no good. Kicked to the corner and out of bounds. Last touch by Kaufman of Central Catholic after the first miss of the game by Nick Madison. But Rockridge will still have it in their end on their baseline.
You can tell the Saints have practiced tipping the ball to a teammate. They might not get the rebound, but they're going to try and tip it to a teammate.
Rockridge's Johnson will put it in play from the baseline. Looks for quite a while. Gets it to Madison. Madison will kick it back out front. They'll swing it to the right-hand side. First the fake jump shot. A couple of dribbles. The shot on the way off the back of the iron. Too strong for Brian Heath. And the rebound pulled out of there by Hordeman. Back the other way, the Saints. All the way down. Holman to the basket. He's fouled as he goes in deep. This is short. But there was contact, and he'll go to the line and shoot a couple of free.
Good hustle by Holman getting down the floor, and good recognition getting them all. He likes to take it to the rim hard, and he did right there, got fouled.
Nick Madison, who has all 5 points for Rockridge so far in this ball game, picked up the personal, his first of our ball game. Holman, the first of 2 free throws. A line drive that's too strong, no good. He'll have a second one coming up. The Saints are trailing by 3, but 6-12 to go in our first quarter of play.
You don't want to miss too many free throws in this ball game early. See if Holman can hit the second one.
He does so. Holman's on the board in the scorebook with his 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Here comes some pressure by the Saints in the background. Pick up a 3/4 court. And they'll try to get it across the timeline. Almost a walk by Heath, but he held the pivot foot, got it across the Happ. Now top of the key area. Happ a couple of dribbles. We'll hand it back to the guard, and Luke Johnson will run the offense down.
They've thrown some pressure, some token pressure the entire postseason, so we'll expect it tonight.
Left wing is Seat. Drives the baseline. Happ kicks it to an open man, Elenu. Pulls it away from Reinhardt. Luke Johnson grabs it away and lays it in the basket.
That's one thing Happ can do. He recognizes when he's double teamed and gets it to a teammate.
Nick Norton answers quickly. Down the lane, finds his way all the way to the basket, lays it up with the right hand and in. Nick has his first 2 points. That exchange gives us a 7-5 margin, 2-point lead for Rockridge.
That frees up Nick Norton's outside shooting game when he can take it to the basket.
I play to go in our first quarter of play. Shook that defense a little bit by the Saints. Normally they play man-to-man, but not right now. It doesn't look like there's a long jumper from out front. Things off the board too strong. Norton has the rebound. Saints have a chance to tie it up with a 2. Norton at the top of the key. Swings to the Reinhardt. Reinhardt back from the right to the left across the top of the key. Still in the dribble on the left wing. Happ had him for a moment. Now he drops back into the paint. Reinhardt to the right, to the left side of Hordeman. Back to Reinhardt. He'll try it down. Found it opening the basket. High off the board. Up and in. Reinhardt. And the Saints, after trailing 5-0 early, have tied it at 7.
Went high off the glass to avoid the 6'9" Happ. Nice play by Reinhardt.
That brings the Central Catholic crowd alive after that score. 4:40 to play in the first quarter of play. And Rockridge now moving it on the perimeter. Madison to the right corner. They try to get Happ. He makes the high catch. They try to reverse layup and missed it short. Might have been partially blocked there. It comes up short.
Bad shot by him. Should never have taken that shot.
Reinhardt for three from the right wing. Reinhardt lead by three. Quickly down the floor. Reinhardt pops the three from the wing. He has 7 of the Saints' 10 points, and they're up by 3, 10-7. Rockridge will try to answer half the jumper from the baseline. A long cue just inside the arc in the left corner, and half has his first basket on the jumper.
I think Coach Welch will take that all night. Have him shoot from the outside.
He's not necessarily aggressive inside player. Norton with a jumper, blocked and taken away. Johnson stole it away. Rockridge down by 1 with the basketball. We've gone past the halfway point. Quick pass underneath, and Madison is fouled. He got inside. Braxton Kaufman had the foul to keep him from scoring an easy lay-in. And Madison will go to the line and shoot 2 free throws.
Well, how about your center bringing it across the timeline with a dribble? Nice pass. Got it to a teammate. Found him on the back door.
Half can do that. He will handle the ball from time to time and bring it up the floor. Madison, a left-handed shooter, with the first free throw. In and out, no good. Around the back of the iron, it came out of there. You see a first substitution for the Saints. John Hester, the 6'4" senior, is in for Braxton Kaufman. A second free throw that could tie our ball game at 10 for Nick Madison. Rims and it goes. So Madison with 6. The Rockets' 10 points were tied at 10 apiece here with 3:45 to play in the first.
Well, you can see Hester's in the ball game. 4 minutes into the quarter. I think they'll split quarters.
Inside they go to Hordeman. He was bumped and no foul call, and the shot came up short. There was a lot of contact there. Half pass the rebound. They'll push it up the floor. Here's Heath into the front court. Picks it up in the left wing as Norton cutting off at the pass. Back down a return pass to the fine shooter. And Ryan popped the three-pointer on the left wing. His first basket of the ball game.
Heath wearing the old-fashioned throwback socks. Gotta love it. High socks, wide stripes.
Rockridge is up by 3 on that tray from the left wing. Hordeman now right wing for the Saints. 13-10 our score in favor of Rockridge, the number 1 team in the state and the ranking. Nice Hester with a good fake. The shot blocked away from behind by Happ. He got a step inside him, but Happ, although he was beaten on the play, blocked it away from behind and came away with the rebound. They'll swing it out front now in the front court to Johnson. Another 3 on the way from the wing by Madison. Short, fouls his own miss, takes it to the basket, missed it too strong. Reinhardt has the rebound. The ball got away for a moment, but picked up by Hordeman. Now back to Reinhardt. Down the floor it goes. Holman around the defender. Happ blocks another one from behind. Loose ball on the floor. Jordan picks it up, gives to Hester. He'll lay it in. John Hester.
Unselfish, down low, nice passing. You got to pass to beat the big man.
So the Saints are back within 1 on that basket, 13-12. Norton gave it to Hester after the block by Happ on the initial shot. So Hester has his first 2, and then a foul. We haven't had too many here. On the dribble near the top of the tee, Luke Johnson is fouled by one of the Saints.
Central Catholic trying to double the ball right when they cross midcourt, trying to get a turnover. Right there, they pick up a foul.
On Nick Norton, his first, 2 second on the Saints. Hard for us to hear in the gymnasium here. Bear with us. 2:27 to play in the first quarter of play, and this place is rocking at Olympia High School.
Full house. If you're headed this way, you might not have a seat.
TJ Martins, they'll pitch it somehow. TJ Martins is a 6'5" sophomore, one of their top reserves, and he's at the right wing. He'll shoot a 3 on the way. No good. Norton there to get the rebound. Stepped inside of Rockridge's Nolan Stevens to come away with it. Pushes it up the floor to Holman. Hordeman for 3 from the left wing. Too strong. High arching rebound. Happ is able to tip it away and tip it to himself. And now he'll bring it up the floor. He's across the timeline. Hordeman right on top of it. Makes him pick it up to the baseline. A 15-footer on the way. Off the front of the iron. Cairns off the weak side. Reinhardt has the rebound. Hectic pace here at Olympia High School and a 1-point lead for Rockridge. 13-12. In the post they go to Hester. Working against Happ. Had it blocked by him. Gets his own rebound back. Keep underneath the basket. Looking to get it out front. Finds Holman for 3. Holman too strong. Reinhardt gathers rebound in the paint. Kicks it against Happ. Cross contact. But takes it off the board. No foul ball. He scores it anyway. Jake Reinhardt. A good strong move to the basket on the rebound. He has 9 points for the Saints.
A lot of Happ right there on that. Saints fans wanted a foul. They're not going to get it.
Well, the officials are letting them play here so far in the first quarter of play at Olympia High School. Saints lead by 1, 14-13. Right wing is Johnson into the cap at the free throw line area. It's a 15-footer, no good. Rebound tip back out front. Nobody for the Saints. Went and got it. Cap's got it back and the tip back out front. Now a three-pointer on the way by Heath. Too strong. Long carom. Holman has the rebound and a foul call. Rockridge's reserve, TJ Martins, will pick up his first. Team fouls are even at 2 apiece.
Hey, Rockridge knows we can be aggressive until the whistle blows. That's their first foul in quite a while. They're going to keep up the aggressive attacking the boards. And Central has to figure out how to attack Happ. They can't go at him one-on-one. He's going to get a shot block. He's already got 3 shots blocked so far.
6'3" senior Parker Goodlick is in for Central Catholic. He'll give Austin Holman a breather. And the coach's son, just a freshman, Gentry Whiteman, A 5'10 freshman is in. Here's Sportman after a miss, an offensive rebound shot, but he missed it with Happ in his face. Here comes Happ up the floor on the dribble. Whips it inside. In heavy traffic, trying to put up the shot, coming up short in his heat. Offensive rebound off the board. Karen's way back out front, and the freshman has it back. The coach's son, Whiteman. Rockridge still has the basketball.
They're letting it play. It's going to be a hot one all night.
14-13 Saints with the lead. Final 30 seconds of our first quarter of play. Heath on the high post, swings it to the wing, back out front, around to the left-hand side to Martins. He'll hold, kick it back out front to Whiteman, the coach's son. Now high post area to Heath. Heath has half the right wing, but doesn't get it to him. Bradley goes down and walks with the basketball, and it looks like the Saints defense is confusing Rockridge.
Coach Whiteman didn't like that call. That good call by the official, just shuffling his feet, trying to make something happen. Rockridge likes to clear out a lot tonight. We'll see if Coach Welch can get in the official's pocket.
12 seconds remaining, clock running. Saints for the final shot of the quarter with a 1-point lead. Norton working off a screen from Mortimer, gives it back to Elliott. Back to Norton, way out front, a long one from 30 feet, and he raised it. Nick Norton way out front, had to let it go, and he gets nothing but net. He has 5 points, and the Saints on that free quarter lead by 4 at the end of the first quarter of play. 17-13, Central Catholic leading Rockridge here at the Olympia Sectional Championship ballgame. You're listening to it on $20 seconds into our second quarter of play, and the Saints have forced the turnover. They'll have the ball back. They lead by 4 after that 3 at the end of the first quarter of play by Nick Norton. What a big shot from way out front.
And he's done that the entire postseason. We've seen a couple of those from him.
Here's Nick Norton driving. Runner takes it off the board, and it goes. Norton with a drive, pulled up from about 4 feet away, and fired it quickly before the defense could get to him, and banks it home. So this has come alive here. 7 points out in the ball game, and the Saints lead by 6. And here's Happ, a shot blocked for the foul call on the Saints. Braxton Kaufman went up with the big 6'9" senior and had a piece of it, but is called for the foul.
Too much body, but he did get the shot blocked. Tough call on Kaufman. These two teams, heavyweight bout. They're going toe-to-toe. Central Catholic took a couple of blows early, but they've gotten up.
Braxton has his second foul, half at the line. He's a pretty good free throw shooter this season. And he misses the first. He'll have a second one coming up here. Just 2 points so far for the 6'9" senior of Rockridge. A second one for him here. On the way. And this one will rapidly go for him. Rockridge down. They corrected the scoreboard. I think they had it a point off a moment ago. So 19-14, a 5-point lead. In favor of Central Catholic States with the ball. Hordeman's open from the left corner at 3. It's way too strong. Air ball. Pulled out of the air. But thrown away by Rockridge. Intercepted by Holman on the errant pass. Now he'll get it to Norton. Norton way out on the right side. Right foot top of the heat. Pulls up for a three-pointer. Nope. Off the front of the iron. No good. And the carry off to Brian Heath of Rockridge. Pushes it up the floor, under control, gets to the Whiteman. Now he'll get the return pass and shoots a 3. He misses it. Whiteman with the rebound. The little guy kicks it back out front to Heath to reset their offense.
Long rebounds, a lot of threes so far, a lot of outside jumpers by Rockridge. Long rebounds.
In the paint, Heath. The Whiteman on the left wing. Norton giving chase out front on this zone defense. It appears that the Saints are playing, and Norton steps in front of Heath and knocks it away into Reinhardt's head.
He's quick on the offensive side and also on the defensive side.
Quick one-handed pass underneath the Braxton Kaufman, who tries a reverse layup. He was expecting contact with Heath. Catholic should say. And Kaufman drops it in the basket after a beautiful pass from past half court. More than half the length of the court. One-handed pass by Nick Norton.
Rockets forgot about Kaufman down low.
Pass near the free throw line. Elvin intended for Heath. The Saints have a rattle. They have a 7-point lead. 6 minutes ago before halftime. Reinhardt will try a 3 to add to it. He does! Reinhardt Saints lead by 10 as we resume play here with about 6 minutes to go in our second quarter of play. Some full court pressure, but Rockridge able to break the press, and they get Heath cutting down the lane for an easy lane. Beautiful pass by Luke Johnson to Brian Heath, who has his second basket, 5 points. And Rockridge quiets the crowd a little bit as they pull back within 8, 24 to 16.
That's the coach's timeout right there. They fight through the pressure and get the basket.
Norton and Holman miscommunicate there. A bad pass is thrown away accidentally by Norton, and Rockridge will get it back. So coming out of the timeout, Rockridge now with the upper hand a little bit.
One thing about this second quarter by the Saints, they've taken the Rockridge crowd out of this game. I don't think they've been in a position like this all season.
Pass to the right wing, tipped out of bounds by Austin Holman with the long arms. Looks like Rockridge trying to adjust a little bit offensively to what the Saints are doing defensively, trying to find those seams out there. And Heath will play an important part of that as he's lined up near that right elbow right now. We'll try to float down the lane, but a pass intended for him, knocked away by Norton, but to a teammate. Now we'll get to Half, who lays it off the board. And nice quick pass by Brian Heath. Half has 5 points down the game, and the lead down to 6 for the Saints.
Less dribbling, more passing. I'm sure that's what Coach Whiteman said in that timeout.
Reinhardt, right wing on the dribble. Pat comes at him in the double team, but he's able to get it to Braxton Kaufman. Tried to return pass to Reinhardt, got away from him, but back to Kaufman. Inside, Ullman blocked away. Quarterman in the crowd will kick it out front to Norton. Half with another block inside. He has been tough to get a shot over in the perimeter. The lob underneath for Kaufman. It fakes off the board, but Kaufman grabs it, puts it up. Oh, no good. Reinhardt, a right-handed tip in. Reinhardt scores it with a one-handed right-handed tip in. 14 points of the game now for Jake.
Oh, that wasn't a shot by Hordeman. He was trying to go down low to Kaufman, just put too much on it.
Kaufman didn't read it and had to play it off the board. Here's Heath, the jumper, trying to answer. No good. Half a rebound. No good. But two hands and puts it back in. Half now picking it up here with 5 of his 7 points in the second quarter. And on that exchange, Rockridge is back within 6 again, 26-20.
At this point, if you're Central, you just want to trade some baskets.
Lob underneath the Reinhardt. Kicks it off to Hordeman. Hordeman gets around man. Half blocked to the eye. But this time, he'll be called for a foul. He reached over the top and got a piece of it from behind, but appears to come some body too by Elliott Hordeman.
You're never going to get away with that at the high school level. He did get all ball. Too much body, and you can't come from behind like that.
Half is first. Elliott Hordeman at the line. Will shoot 2 shots, and the first one rattles out no good. Elliott's looking for his first point. Halfway through the second quarter of play, Central Catholic leads number 1 rated Rockridge 26-20. Second one by Hordeman. This one's out no good also. Missed them both.
Hordeman yet to score. They need his offense in this game.
Luke Johnson will bring it up the court. Gets it to Heath, short of the timeline. Back to Johnson. Johnson, Heath, free throw line area. Lobs underneath. Half over Kaufman. A foul call. The shot was too strong. But Braxton Kaufman has picked up his third in my books, and we'll double check it with the board.
So again, you were going to see a heavy diet of Kaufman and Hester. We'll see if Kaufman sits down now.
Fouls on number 4, Jake Reinhardt.
Oh, they give it to Reinhardt.
So it's still just 2 on Kaufman, and Reinhardt has his first. At the line, just have to shoot 2.
Break for the Saints that time.
And that makes good on the first one. He's 2 for 3 from the line. And 8 points. Kaufman will check out. John Hester is back in for the Saints. Second one by the 6'9 senior for Rockridge. Can cut it to 4. Nope, no good. On the floor and picked up by Hester.
He split all 4. Maybe not a bad idea to foul him in this game.
Holman now left wing for the Saints. Brings it out top of the key. Drives with the left hand to the left baseline. Deep underneath. Kicks it back out front to Reinhardt. Reinhardt into the paint. Half comes to double team. Half knocked it away. Loose ball. Still loose on the timeline area. Gets it to a teammate. Up the floor to Heath for a layup. No good. But he is fouled by Elliott Hordeman trying to get back on defense.
Your senior all-stater at 6'9", diving on the floor to keep that one alive, and that's what started that fast break.
Fouls on number 12, Elliott Hordeman.
Jumping out on double teams from time to time, and he's starting to cause some havoc by doing that, forcing some turnovers.
At 6'9", he's got long arms. He can get in that passing lane. That's what they're trying to do with him.
Ryan Heath, the first of 2 is good from the free throw line for the Rockridge junior. He'll have a second one coming up. And that lead, I believe, is down to 3. I don't think they put that one on the board yet. I've got it 26-23. Second one on the way is good. So both good. Saints lead shrinking a little bit here. 3.5 minutes to go. 26-23 is what they have on the board. I might have missed a point there. Thought there should have been one. It really wasn't. Here's Norton, right wing, gets by his man. In heavy traffic with Happ. Happ tried to block. Norton pushed it up with the left hand, too strong. Weak side rebound. Here's Heath down the floor. He'll pull up for a 16-footer, too strong. Long carry, tip back to Heath. He'll swing it back out front now to Happ. Left elbow. Backing against Horniman. Now we'll drive by him, but a foul call, a hand check call on Elliot Horniman, who picks up a second. And suddenly, team fouls are at 6. One away from 1-1 for Rockridge. No, that was 7. Excuse me, 17 foul. So Happ will go to the line and shoot 1-1.
That's a tough one for Central Catholic. Didn't really see what Horniman did that time to pick up the foul. He's going to have to sit down now with 2 fouls.
And Parker Quitlick will check back into the lineup for the Saints. 3:11 to go in the second period of play. They had a 10-point lead. It's down to 3, and it still is. No good. Happ gets the old rebound back and puts it up with the right hand and drops it in. Nobody boxed down on the big guy. And he caught it easier in the lane and dropped it in.
So he's only 2 for 5 from the free throw line, but a nice job of getting his own miss.
St. Lead is down 2-1. Here's Hisser in traffic. Happ trying to block it from behind. He pushed it up short. Rebound tipped around. Holman has position. And jump ball is called. Wow. Jump ball and Holman had great inside position. Happ reached over the back and tied him up. And the tied up ball will go to Rockridge.
6'9" against 6'2". It looked awkward, but it was a jump ball.
So against some token pressure here by the Saints, Rockridge will bring it up the floor and have a chance to get their first lead since the first quarter of play with 2:40 to go. They'll try a 3. It's the coach's son. A long bomb, no good. Happ offensive rebound. In traffic, will push it up with the right hand, missed it short. And Hester has this rebound. And Happ, a little frustration foul after he missed the follow-up shot to commit the foul.
Frustration foul that time. Mad that he missed the easy short 5-footer. Just tried to reach in. He's pointing his finger to his head. He knows that wasn't smart.
He replaces Parker
His second foul.
And for the Rockets,
He's going to have to sit down now, Larry. The last 2:33.
He'll sit down with the 2 fouls. And back in the lineup for a second time is T.J. Martin. So they lose some size there and experience. A sophomore at 6'5" checks in. Goodlick is out. And back on the floor is Reinhardt. Here's Norton driving. And he will score it. And a foul. Nick Norton down the left-hand side of the lane or the day. Oh, no. The other officials called an offensive foul. Rockridge bench jumped up and over and they call an offensive foul on Nick Norton.
Tough one. Nice head fake and a drive to the basket. Then taps out of the game, but he picked up the charge. Fans don't like it here from Central Catholic.
The defender was deep under the basket, but still got the call. Rockridge with the basketball. Trailing by 1. Deep on the baseline. Martins will swing it back out front. Here's Whiteman with a long jumper for 3-point range. Missed it. Holman has the rebound. Saints still have the lead. And Austin will bring it across the timeline with 2 minutes remaining.
Watch him attack the basket.
He went all the way to the basket, and this time he will score it, and he draws contact, and will have a chance for a 3-point play. He drew the foul, and the young coach on the freshman, Whiteman, his first foul. And Austin Holman with a big drive to the basket has a chance for a 3.
Coach Welch didn't have to call a timeout to talk about it. They knew when Happ sat on, they were going to attack the basket. They've done it the last 2 possessions.
Holman to try to complete the 3-point play, and he does so. So he's at 4 points in the ball game now on that big 3-point play. And the Saints are up by 4, 29-25, under 2 minutes to go before we reach halftime. Rockridge will work it in deep to Martins. Back out front. Remember, they're playing without Happ now with the 2 fouls. Back door. Martins, reverse layup, blocked away. Blocked away by the sophomore, Jacob Gilmore. And then Holman gets it on the sideline and is ruled out of bounds. Again, there's a lot of contact. And the Saints don't seem to be getting some foul calls here when they could use them in the second quarter.
Saints don't like that official. He called the charge on Norton, and then he didn't call the foul on Rockridge. It should have been a foul on the Rockets as they were all over Holman bringing the ball to court.
Happ's coming back in the ball game, and we have a timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout here with a minute 44 to go in the second quarter play. The Saints lead 29-25. 18 fouls have been whistled against the Central Catholic Saints in this first half. Just 5 on Rockridge. Saints drop back in that zone defense. Happ is back in there, and Hester right now trying to put the body on him deep underneath. Here's Heath near the elbow. Picks it back out front to Johnson. Back to Heath, who came out to the right wing. To Whiteman, right wing, looking for 3-point range, not taking it. Gilmore in there defensively on him. They tried to get it inside, forced the bad pass. Gilmore comes up with the deflection as Hester knocked it away.
Coach Welch has a couple of subs in there trying to get some rest for his starters. The starters for Rockridge now don't look too comfortable.
Reinhardt, a 15-footer, pull-up shot. Reinhardt is fielded tonight. He has 16 points for the Saints, and Central Catholic leads by 6, 31-25 with just over a minute to go in the first half. Cross-court pass finds Whiteman. Swings it around left-hand side. The left-handed push shot from three-point range is good. He scored a couple times early. Nick Madison hits his second three of the ball game. He has 9, and that slices the lead in half to 3.
Madison was hot early. They haven't gone to him since.
Holman on the dribble out front. Well, they hold for 1. There's still 40 seconds to play in our second quarter. Working one-on-one against his man. Goes to Parker Goodlick, left wing. Back out front to Jake Reinhardt. Reinhardt has been sensational in this first half of play. He has Heath giving him a little bit of a chase. Works off the screen by Hester to Gilmore, right wing. The young sophomore getting some playing time and a big ball game here. Reinhardt swings it to the left-hand side. The Goodlick back out front to Holman. And it looks like they will hold for the final shot of this first half. Saints leading by 3.
See if they kick it to Reinhardt in the corner.
Holman to Goodlick. He'll try a 3 with 10 seconds remaining. Nope. Long care. Hester has a rebound. Around half. Blocked from behind.
Third foul.
A foul on him. He'll have his third.
Mistake putting him back in the game with a minute to go. Just picked up foul number 3.
He can't resist trying to block this shot.
Oh, they don't call it on half.
Oh my, okay. Well, he was the one that blocked the shot, but instead, they give it to Luke Johnson, who I couldn't even see in on that play, not saying he wasn't there. John Hester makes good on the free throw. His first free throw made of the ball game. He had a basket in the first quarter play, so he's at 3 points, and the Saints lead by 4, and now half will come out again, and they will protect him with those 2 fouls. 5.6 seconds remaining in our second quarter. Hester to try to make it a 5-point lead. He does so. The 6'4" senior with 4 points out of the ball game. Some pressure by the Saints, and Rockridge having trouble getting a play. Oh, they did just in time. Into Whiteman, dribbling it across the timeline with 3 seconds left. Full fire up an off-balance shot, in and out, no good. That's the end of the first half. Lead. We'll go to break here in Rockridge. Number 1 ranked team in the state, Rockets of Taylor Ridge Rockridge. It's Wilmington Central Catholic 33, Rockridge 28. You're listening. Olympia Sectional Championship ball game. Right now, the Central Catholic Saints lead the Taylor Rockridge Rockets by 5, 33-28. They led by 4 at the end of the first quarter of play, 17-13. And actually, after a 7-1 run to start the second quarter of play, built the lead to 10 points, 24-14 here at Clapan. And we're rolling pretty strong at that point, but we knew there'd be a wave, a comeback attempt by Rockridge, and they certainly got right back into it, got within 1.
Coach Whiteman called a timeout to try and stop that run. That was a good timeout, but Central Catholic doing it on the defensive end on that run. They were getting in the passing lane, they were getting rebounds, and that's what got that lead up to 10.
Rundown on the scoring here at halftime. Jake Reinhardt has been terrific. He has 16 points here at the break, including a couple 3-pointers. Nick Norton has chipped in 7. John Hester off the bench with 4 points. Braxton Kaufman with a basket for 2. And Austin Coleman with a big 3-point play and another free throw early in the ball game has 4 points. And the 33 for the Saints. Ethan Hepp, the Wisconsin-bound senior, has 10 points to lead the Rockets. Nick Madison, a surprising 9. They don't normally count on him for that much scoring, but he set a couple of threes and has 9. Ryan Heath, who they do normally count on, has scored 7. Luke Johnson with a basket for 2, and that's everybody that has scored for Rockridge. A little surprising how much Nick Madison has chipped in here in this ball game for Rockridge so far.
Hit their first 2 baskets, then went quiet until the final couple minutes of the half. So honestly, you got to get out on him, but he might not shoot it in the second half. And got to remember, Nick Norton is a second half player. We've seen it this whole postseason. He scored the bulk of his points in the second half.
They're about set to go with the second half to see if the Saints can hold on and advance to a super sectional in the Elite 8 at DeKalb. That would be the next stop. They're going to have to play another whale of a half against Rockridge. Right now they lead at the break 33-28. And you're doing along with Eric LaPan as we welcome you back to Olympia High School with Central Catholic leading by 5 as we get ready to start the third quarter of play. Eric, what do you think is the key to the Saints to hold on here in the second half and win this one?
They've got to play exactly how they played in the first half with a lot of hustle. They don't have to hit every shot, but they got to play exactly the way they did with lots of guts and not afraid to get down because Rockridge is going to throw a run at him. I'm pretty sure it's coming.
The Saints will have the ball to start our third quarter of play, and they will work now from our left to right as we're just behind the scorer's table here at Olympia High School. And here's Austin Holman working one-on-one against the man-to-man defense of Rockridge. Gets by his man. Happ tried to cut him off, so he dishes off to the open man. Braxton Kaufman. Beautiful ball by Holman. Kaufman scores it. Has his second basket. And the Saints on that brilliant play by Holman lead by 7, 35-28.
That looks like an adjustment they made for the second half.
Out by Heath. The backdoor cutting Happ. And Happ slams it home. The 6'9 senior with an easy dunk to get those 2 points right.
Well, they're trying to get the crowd into this game, and that's what you do with an alley-oop like that.
Drew it up, I'm sure, a play they've used before, but came out of the halftime intending to go to that play and run it, and they perfected it. Ran it to perfection, I guess is the best way to put it. Here's Nick Norton now working off and Horton screen, a long three. Nick drained it. He kind of takes close to the defender, Luke Johnson, who looks a little disappointed as Nick Norton hits another long three in this ball game and has 10 points.
Staring at the defender on that one did Nick Norton.
Heath to Madison on the left wing. They'll swing it cross court. Flying no reach. Score different ball. Back around to Madison on the left wing. Down to the key area. Johnson. Madison will find him. No good. Off the floor. Picked up by. And they'll get it to Heath for a three from the corner, but he missed it. Kaufman there for the weak side rebound for the Saints to lead by 8, 38-30. Pulls up for another three, but instead, at the last second, had to dish it off as he was covered well on that one.
Good defense that time by Luke Johnson.
Reinhardt driving, blocked from behind by Happ. Reinhardt was in the air and couldn't go anywhere with it. Down the other way, Heath misses the lay-in. Will slow it down a little.
Short on that layup, should have had it.
I think he thought there was going to be more pressure. It was going to be contested a lot more than it was.
Good job by Hordeman not to foul him on that play.
Holman now, right wing to the top of the key area, dishes off underneath, fouled by Kaufman, tries to go for a shot. Happ blocks it and strips it away. Probably should have kicked it back out. Happ on the dribble across the timeline is fouled as he tried to bring it across the timeline. I think it was Jake Reinhardt who jumped out and will pick up his second personal foul. Team foul.
Reinhardt had position, should have held his position, might have got a charge, but instead he reached in and picked up the foul.
Happ likes to handle that basketball, but he's a little loose with it. He's a little careless. Here's Rockridge, a cross-court pass. It finds Stevens. He'll drive in the paint. He'll try about a 10-footer, too strong. Long last touch by the shooter, Stevens. And the Saints will have it back. They still lead by 8, 38-30. We're about 2 minutes and 15 seconds into the third quarter.
The bounces are going Central Catholic's way right now. They need to just hold their position, keep their heads up.
Second round, we'll have Illinois and Webster coming up after this one. So more basketball action at the collegiate level to follow the conclusion of our sectional championship here at Olympia High School. Here's Elliot Hordeman for the Saints. But Reinhardt way out front. Looks for his screen. Braxton Kaufman to come out and set it. Now Reinhardt has Happ jump out on. So this is the Holman for a three. Nope, no good. Happ has the rebound. He's going to put it on the floor. He's across half court. He's to the top of the key area. Down the lane. Stuck it home. Happ around the coast. And the official jump to finish. He has all 4 of Rockridge's points in the third quarter of play. They're back within 6.
Well, that was an inspired Ethan Happ taking it coast to coast with a dunk.
Kaufman calls for foul. Drives the basket. And the Saints turn it over. An unforced error there. Back in the hands of Rockridge. They're back within 6, and their crowd is starting to make some noise behind them again.
Coach Welch used timely timeouts on Tuesday night. He might call one here soon if Rockridge gets another basket.
28-0 on the season. Rockridge is used to some adversity from time to time, and they're used to winning. They know how to get it done. They trail by 6 here, still a long way to go. About 4:45 to play in our third as they attack on offense now. Here's Stevens, top area. They give him room. A three from the left wing on the way. Too strong. Rebound tipped around, and a foul call on Elliot Hordeman, I believe, for Nick Norton. Nick's the one that looks the most upset about it, and I think number 12 is on Elliot Hordeman.
Another tough call gets the Saints. Hordeman had position. It looked like a clear foul and over the back on Rockridge, but Hordeman picks up his third.
Check out of the ball game. John Hester is in for Braxton Kaufman. To replace Hordeman is the young sophomore 6'3" Jacob Gilmore, who gave him a couple of good minutes right before halftime. Rockridge to throw it in play. Johnson to Happ, who fakes it home from the right wing. Easy inbounds play. He has scored all 6 of their points here in the third quarter of play, and they're within 4 of the Saints now.
Showed a nice touch that time, banking it off the glass.
38-34, the Central Catholic lead. Holman Right-handed dribble off a screen by Hester. Swings it to Reinhardt on the right wing. To the right corner, Holman into Norton, who's posting up his man. Starts a double team. Be double teamed by Happ. Stripped away. Happ able to reach in and take it away. Gets around Reinhardt. Takes it all the way basket. Scoops it up. Missed it. Tips it. No good. Another tip up and goes. Happ was just a man among boys out there. He was able to rip the thing with Nick Norton. And his 8 points here in the third quarter. And Rockridge begins to 38-36. There's a timeout on the floor. Halfway through the third quarter of play. We'll take a break also. 38-36 Central Catholic on WJ. So big timeout taken by Coach Jason Wells. The Saints lead is down when they have the basketball as we resume play here at the halfway point of the third quarter in our sectional championship at Olympia. Here's Jake Reinhardt driving, pulling up for a 16-footer. Rimming no. Happ has the rebound for Rockridge. Outlet pass to Heath. Heath gets by Reinhardt. Down the field shooter runner. Missed it short, and he ran over a man. Offensive foul. Nick Norton held his ground and draws the offensive foul on Brian Heath.
Well, both coaches are very upset. Saints had one in the first half. Now Rockridge gets theirs back. That last time out, Coach Jason Welch used his opportunity to talk to the official about some calls that he didn't like.
Brian Heath, his first foul individually in the first of the second half off Rockridge. Saints still lead by 2. Here's Norton off ahead of the screen between the rings. Now right wing, guarded man-to-man by Luke Johnson. Passes to Hester, back to Norton. Had to get around his man. Now puts up the shot. He was fouled. It did not go. He had double pumped on the shot and threw the contact to go to the line and shoot 2 shots.
Nice job by Nick Norton. Get down low. He's not afraid to take it down there and go up strong. Did it there, just couldn't get the roll.
T.J. Martin in the reserve role in the ball game. Committed the foul. That's his second. 2 shots for Nick Norton at the free throw line. Has 10 points. His first free throw attempt for the ball game here at Olympia, and he makes it. He has 11, and the Saints are up by 3, 39-36. 3:23 on the clock for our third quarter. Illinois Wesleyan and Webster coming up after our ball game.
Luke Johnson doing a good job on Norton here in the third quarter.
We made them both. Nick with 12. The Saints lead by 4, 40-36. Long way to go in this one. 3:20 to go in the third quarter of play. Johnson in the front court. Looks to Happ in the paint. Shoots the jumper. Missed it short. Goes up over everybody. Gets the rebound. Puts it up again. And it'll go. Even though the Saints have inside position, he's able to go over the top and get the rebound.
That's the size advantage. He's able to use that height to get those shots.
Hester will try to answer with a long 2. No good. Reinhardt, can he save it from going out of bounds? No. Last touch by Jake Reinhardt on the rebound. And Rockridge has been called in 2, and they'll have the basketball. Braxton Coffin back in for John Hester.
When you got to settle your team down, Rockridge has outscored Central 10-7 here in the third quarter. Seems a lot more, but you got to remember, you have the lead, and you got to tell your kids to settle down.
Happ with 10 of his 20 points here in the third quarter of play has got Rockridge right back in this, although they were never really out of it. It was a 5-point lead at halftime for Central Catholic. Here's a baseline drive by Heath. Reverse layup. Up and goes. He takes it home, and Rockridge has played it on Brian Peace. 9th point of the ball game. 40-40. Their crowd is alive. Norton swings it across the top of the key to Reinhardt. Reinhardt slowly will bring it all the way out to the Spartan on the center of the floor here at Olympia High School. Now he'll drive around Happ. Whips a pass. It was deflected. Loose ball tipped out front. A nice save by
Gilmore.
Who tipped it out front. Now Reinhardt open for 3 from the right way. And Jake Reinhardt 19 points for Jake in the ball game.
I was just about to say they got to get Reinhardt involved in the offense. Hot shooter in the first half. First basket here in the second half.
There's 19 in that basket there, giving the Saints a 3-point lead, 43-40 with 2 minutes to go in our third. Rockridge a little bobble, but they keep it in their hands. Luke Johnson to the reserve. Martin's on the left wing. Johnson will try to tie it with a 3. No. Long pair. Martin's had a hand on it, but it's tipped to Holman. Holman across the timeline for Central Catholic. He's going to go coast to coast and bounce pass off to Gilmore. It's out blocked out of bounds by Gitsu. Yes, Ethan Happ. We haven't been keeping track with the blocks, but that's got to be at least 6 or 7 in this ball game. It's out of bounds to the Saints.
That's a tough pass for Gilmore to handle that and try and go up against Happ. I thought Holman should have just kept it, gone all the way to the basket.
It looked like from our angle he had an open path to the basket, but he wanted to share it. Saints put it in play. Horniman back in, gets it to Reinhardt, fakes it off the board too strong. Rebound Martins for Rockridge. A minute and a half to go. Here comes Happ on the floor, dribbling it down. Finds open man Heath for the layup. Up and good. Distributed at that time. Brian Heath scores it. He has 11. Saints lead down to 1, 43-42.
And you can tell that Happ's looking for Heath whenever he's double teamed.
Norton for a long 3 out front and rounded out, no good. He was way out there again, but he's hit a couple like that one, but that one would not go down.
That one was halfway down, just came out.
Rockridge a chance to get the first lead in a long time. Martins looking inside for half. Instead, cross-courts it and gets it to Whiteman. Swings it back to the right wing. Martins will try a three for the lead. No good. Horniman's there to collect the rebound and hand it to Norton for Central Catholic. Here comes Nick. They've got a 5-on-4 for a moment. Can they take advantage of it? Nope, they'll slow it down. Horniman, Whiteman had fallen in the backcourt, but he gets back up quickly and elbows back. Here's Holman spinning in the paint. Whips it to the baseline. Kaufman won't take the shot. Instead, he'll get back out the front to Reinhardt. 40 seconds to go before we reach halftime. Saints leading by 1, 43-42. Holman puts it on the floor. To Horniman in the corner. Back out front to Reinhardt. Now to Norton, shaded to the right side. Out between the rings. Looks at the clock. Says, let's run it down for a final shot if we can. Down to Holman. Holman, top of the key. Back again. Here comes a double team, but he swings it to Reinhardt in time. Atlas coming after him. Reinhardt will bring it back out front with 17 seconds remaining. Saints lead by 1. Reinhardt driving. Holman baseline. Back to Reinhardt. Can't get the shot away. Now he will with 10 seconds remaining. Short. Rebound. Pat tips it out. Horniman had it. It's to Kaufman. Saints are still alive. Holman with 4. Drives. Foul from behind. No foul call. Deflected away. Picked up by Rockridge. Boy, there was a lot of contact there, but no whistle. And a shot after the buzzer is no good for Rockridge.
Shot would not have counted.
We are at the end of 40. Saints still lead, but their lead is just 1 over number 1 rated Rockridge. A quarter to come here at Olympia High School in the sectional championship. It's Bloomington Central Catholic 43, Taylor Ridge Rockridge 42. 42 coming up after this. Illinois Wesleyan University in Webster from the Church Center at the start of postseason play in Division III college basketball.
Elliot Horniman in this game is yet to score. We'll see if the Saints can get something out of him in the fourth quarter.
Austin Holman's getting a breather, and Parker Goodlick is in for the Saints as we start the fourth quarter of play. And they attack the zone of the Saints. But so far, not able to get much going. Here's Johnson, halfway out front. Fires a ball underneath, and a reverse lay. Up and in, Ryan Heath. The pass by half found Heath for the lay-in. And Rockridge leads by 1, 44-43.
And that's a play. It looks like they've run 100 times this year.
Norton to the corner. Reinhardt for 3 to get the lead back. No, long carry tipped out front. Nick Norton has the rebound. After it was kept alive by Parker Goodlick.
Again, the Saints tipping rebounds.
Nice pass by Norton. Bounce back underneath. And Ruxton scores and lays it in. He has 6. Saints back up by 1. Half in the paint. Whirling, shooting, missing short. Trying to walk to the basketball. Rebound, those pulled down by the Saints. They get it back anyway on the best shot. Norton long pass. It's headed for Kaufman. Oh, that's a risky pass. Trying to hit the big man running the floor. Had the thread to do so. That's a turnover by the Saints.
That's a bad pass like a quarterback. Thrown into traffic. Should have held on to it, but you got to give him A for effort that time.
1 minute gone in our fourth quarter of play. Saints lead by 1, 45-44. Hold on to your hats here. Larry Dooling along with Greg LePan from Olympia High School. The winner goes to DeKalb next Tuesday for the Super Sectional game. And who knows which way it's going to go. The Saints are right in this one with number 1 rated Rockridge. Chap brings it out top of the key. He'll shoot a long 2. It's put on the line. In and out, no good. And Norton gets the rebound. I don't think the Saints mind that shot by the big guy.
No, and he did that in the first half, and I was kind of surprised. Probably not the shot you really want at this stage of the game.
Norton picks it up out front, needs some help. Gets it from Elliot Horniman. Horniman on right wing. Back to Norton in the right corner. They come at him a double team. Gives it back to Horniman. Back to Norton, right wing again. He has Johnson on him. Puts it on the floor. His shot blocked by Johnson. Out of bounds. Norton had trouble getting that shot away against a good defender, the lanky 6'3" junior, Luke Johnson.
Luke Johnson only 2 points, but he's done a great job on Nick Norton tonight defensively.
Owen Stevens, the 6'3" junior, is out back in. The coaches sub, the freshman, 5'10" freshman, Jeffrey Whiteman. Saints to put it in play on their own baseline. Leading by 1. Goodlick will lob it out front. Finds Nick Norton. Norton will settle it down. Still has Johnson on him. And still on the slow dribble out front. Not a big hurry here. Holman's back into the ball game. Here's Austin with the dribble out front. Left side to the elbow on the left wing. Hester gets a return pass from Hester back to Holman. Now to Norton on the right wing. Couldn't get the shot away. Puts it on the floor. Now to Horniman. His 3 on the way. Nope, too strong. Ellie's still looking for a big basket. Can't get it here. Rockridge back the other way, trailing by 1. Johnson slipped fell to the floor, but he's able to tip it to a teammate. Now to Half, driving hard, makes it home, no good. But a foul on John Hester, who's trying to hold his ground, that will be called for the personal foul.
Again, not a bad foul. Half hasn't shown he can hit free throws. Only team foul number 3. So I would foul him from here on out.
Only the 13th foul on the Saints here in the second half, but it's a shooting foul, the second on John Hester. Ethan Half of the line, who's made 2 of 5, makes good on this one. 21 points, and Rockridge is fighting 45-45. Jake Reinhardt gets a quick breather. And Parker Goodlick will check out as Jake is back in.
Reinhardt needs to get back in the offensive flow of things.
5:44 to go in regulation time. Second one by Happ for the lead is good. Happ an unusual shooting form, but it works there as he makes them both. Rockridge leads by one, 46-45. Nick Norton at the controls for the Saints, who have led most of this ball game since about midway through or late in the first quarter of play. Had a 10-point lead at one time early in the second period to play 24-14, but you knew it wouldn't last with the quality of Rockridge, the number one rated team in the state.
28-0. I don't think they've been in a position like this late in the game very much this season.
Lead right now, 46-45 with the Saints. Reinhardt, and the Saints being patient. To Homer. Back across to Reinhardt. Nick Norton trying to post up Johnson, and they're in a pushing match underneath, but they can't get the ball to Nick yet.
Rockets have done a great job defensively here in this second half.
Nick will drive against Johnson. Push to the baseline. Kicks it to Hordeman in the left corner. Back to Hester. Back to Norton. Can't launch the three. Johnson got to it. Now he drives the baseline again. Back to Hester. To Hordeman. The pass is deflected, but Hester got it back. Hordeman to Reinhardt. Won't launch the shot. Rockridge has really picked up their man-to-man defense here. They are not giving any open looks to the Saints right now. Until now, Norton along one from out front, but he missed it short. He forced it from way out front, and that one came out just nothing but the front of the net.
It's not going to phase Nick Norton. He's going to keep shooting the ball. Didn't look comfortable shooting that one, but now the Saints need a good defensive stand, get the ball back.
Rockridge with the ball, leading by one with 4:39 to play, and the Saints will apply some zone pressure here in the backcourt, it appears. The coach's son, Gentry Whiteman, to throw it in play and gets it in uncontested to Luke Johnson. Back to Whiteman. They come at him at a double team, but he dribbles through it and gets it to Happ, who will look to give it back to a guard, and he gets it to Brian Heath. Heath will hand it to Johnson. Now to Whiteman right wing. Hordeman waves at him. Couple of dribbles. Back out front. Finds Johnson. Bullet pass underneath. Deflects it. Goes right to Happ. And he is out. Reinhardt was trying to get the loose ball. They collide. Happ makes the shot, and we'll have a chance for a three-point play. Very fortunate for Rockridge there.
Tough break on Central. Reinhardt going for the loose ball, just ran into Ethan Happ as he was shooting the ball. I thought they might wave it off and say he was on the floor.
Jake with his third foul, a three-point play, a big one there. For Ethan Happ, he has 25 points in the ballgame now. The lead is 4. The Rockridge crowd making some noise down here at Olympia.
Full house on the far side. They're in it now.
Nick Norton asserting himself. Foul from behind as he takes it hard to the basket. Johnson, he got a step on him, and Johnson trying to block a shot from behind. Luke Johnson, I believe, has his third foul. Nope,
again, I thought they were going to get it on Happ, and Luke Johnson picks up the foul. But I think Central Catholic can't get away from taking it hard to the basket.
Nick Norton is 2 for 2 from the line, makes another one here. That's his first point of the fourth quarter, and only the third point for the Saints here in the third quarter. Trying to get back in it now, down by 3, 49-46, about halfway through the fourth quarter. Second one is good also. Norton has 14, Saints down by 2, 49-47. We'll be taking you to the Church Center for Illinois Wesleyan against Webster. Following this one as we switch to Division III basketball, but still half the fourth quarter to go in this one.
Looks like the Rockets really want to slow the pace down, see if they can stay with this.
Leading by 2, and they are going to try to pull the Saints out a little bit here. Whiteman tries to push it off baseline, and a foul call on John Hester. It kind of looked like Brian Heath caught the ball and was trying to turn on the baseline and got tangled up there, but they called, it might have walked with it, but they called force for the walking time.
I thought it could be called a travel, but John Hester picks up his third. Another tough call on the Saints.
Out of bounds for Rockridge, and the pass deflected by Hester, and he can't get it to try to retrieve it before it went out of bounds in the corner. The pass intended for Nick Madison. So it'll be out of bounds for Rockridge in the corner to our left at the Rockridge end with 3:41 to play. Lob comes in. Whiteman out front to Happ. Way out near the timeline. He'll wait for the ball handler, Luke Johnson, to come out and get it. Now gets it to him.
Big possession in this game, Larry.
Heath in the right corner. Drives the baseline. Gets the runner away. Rimming. No. Happ tangled up with Hester. And they will call jump ball. Again, Hester with good inside position, but Happ's able to go over the top and tie him up, but the possession run will go to the Saints.
Good defensive stand that time by Central Catholic. That's a big defensive stand. They need to get a basket now.
The Saints have a chance to tie it up with a 2 here. Nick Norton will bring it across the timeline. To Austin Holman, the right wing. A couple of left-handed dribbles to Reinhardt. He started closely by Heath. Back to home on top to Key down the left-hand side of the lane. He is fouled by Whiteman. It'll be out of bounds for the Saints, but that is only the fourth team foul in the second half against Rockridge. The Saints have been whistled for 5, and for Whiteman, his second.
I would go against the freshman right there. Gentry, Whiteman, the coach's son. I'd go right at him every time.
Norton to lob in the paint. Reinhardt knocked away by Happ. Loose ball. Rockridge has it back. Happ broke up the lob play intended for Reinhardt. Again, there was some contact, but no foul call. Goes the Saints' way.
Reinhardt took a hard spill. See if he's shaken up.
He hustles back on defense. Here's Johnson for Rockridge as they lead by 2 over the Saints. 3 minutes, actually 10 seconds under the 3-minute mark to go in regulation time, fourth quarter. Saints trying to pull out an upset here. Here's Whiteman on the dribble. Bounce pass, back door. Heath, bounce something down for the lay-in. They took the Saints down. Good passing there. Happ scores it at the end. He has 27 points and leads back to 4 for Rockridge.
That was a nice play by Rockridge with the passing.
51-47, the lead for the Rockets. 2:22, clock ready to go here at Olympia High School in the second. Norton on the dribble right wing. Cross-court pass, finds Horniman. He needs to hit one now. It's on the way. It's too strong. Out front and run down by Nick Norton. The long Karam got the Nick. Back to Reinhardt. He's going to try a long 3. No, too strong. Hester off as a rebound. Back up and good. Just 2 hands. John Hester scores it. And a timeout is taken by the Saints. A 30-second timeout. Let's keep it here on this timeout. Down to 2. I want to remind you, as soon as this one is over, and we get hopefully a quick comment from the head coach of the Saints, Jason Wilson, regardless of how this one comes out, we'll be singing it off to Illinois Wesleyan taking on Webster. With 2 minutes to play in this, with just over 2 minutes to go, the Saints will be back on defense, trailing by 2 here after the basket by John Hester.
Nice play going inside. I want him to stay going inside. Don't settle for the 3. But we know what Rockridge is going to do the final 2 minutes of this game. They're going to slow it down. They're going to try and penetrate. They're going to pass the ball and try and find Happ on the baseline. They've done it a lot here in the second half. That's why he's got 27. And they're going to go to him a lot here in the final 2 minutes. Here's where you have to foul him and put him to the free throw line.
He did hit his last 3 free throws that he has attempted here in the fourth quarter of play. Before the ball game, he is 5 of 8 from the charity strike. But for the year, he's been a pretty good free throw shooter, and certainly Brian Heath is a very deadly free throw shooter, so they don't want to foul that guy if they can help it. We're not quite to that stage, though. There's still 2:02 to go. You want your defense to make some plays before you have to send them to the line.
You got to watch out for Brian Heath, too, because Happ has found him wide open on when he's been double teamed, and he has gotten a lot of baskets down low. Can't forget about the 6'5" junior.
Hester, along with Reinhardt, Horniman, Holman, and Norton on the floor for the Saints. And Johnson to throw it in play, lobs it in, Happ catches. He pushes it up the floor. He's got a 2-on-1. He'll poke for the jumper on the way. No good. Holman inside position is able to keep it alive, and Hester gets the rebound for the Saints.
Great defense that time by John Hester.
Norton will bring it in the front court. Saints have a chance to tie it on 2. Norton driving through the crowd, blocked away by Happ, but a foul. And I think it finally will go against Ethan Happ here, and he will finally have that third foul that we thought a couple of times he was going to pick up earlier. No.
Well, until the
Gentry Whiteman.
No, he still didn't get it. It's on.
He's
Gentry Whiteman.
He's Mr. Teflon. It just bounces off him. No foul can stick to him.
Nonetheless, Norton's at the line to shoot 2, and he makes another one.
Wrong player for Rockridge to foul late in the game.
5 in a row by Nick Norton. He has 15 points. Saints can tie it with 1:47 to play on the second one. On the way, Nick Norton, nothing but net. Pretty shooter, and he's got the Saints tied up at 51. Now the Saints behind us. They can hardly hear each other.
Everybody's on their feet. Full house out here at Olympia.
Here's Heath to Rockridge. Back out front to Johnson. Saints down defensively, trying to get aligned and match up. They're now matching up in a man-to-man. Coleman with Johnson, giving him some space. Now Luke Johnson on the dribble. Coleman giving chase, working off a half screen. Steps out, forces the pass. It goes to Madison way out front. Madison with Norton on him. Now Whiteman. Norton jumps out of double team. He gets up and throws it away. Whiteman, bounce pass intended for Madison on the baseline. Letting too much. It's out of bounds. Saints will get it on the turnover. Timeout. Take it on the floor. Let's take it also. 1:16 remaining in regulation time. We're tied at 51. You're listening to the Olympia Sectional Championship game on WTOP. Larry Dooling with you. I can see Eric LaPan. I can barely hear him, but he is near me here in a very noisy Olympia gym. 51-51 tie. Central Catholic Saints basketball after they forced the timeout with a minute and 16 seconds remaining.
Well, we talked about the coach's son, the freshman with the ball that time. They got him rattled. He threw it away. And turnover, Central's ball. We'll see if they hold it for one, Larry.
Get some pressure. Norton across the timeline on the dribble. Gets it to Hordeman left wing. He'll get it back out front to Jake Reinhardt. The Holman, they'll set up their offense. 1 minute to go in this one. A 51-51 tie. Can the Saints defeat the number one rated team in the state? Norton on a drive is fouled. Foul by Whiteman, who picks up his fourth. He's a bit upset. That was number 4. The coach's son, Justice Preston, in a high pressure situation here, but it's still out of bounds for the Saints. They're not in the 1-on-1. That's 16 fouls on Rockridge.
Again, I said that 2 minutes ago. I would go right at number 4. You're not going to get a chance now because they're taking him out of the game. He has not been able to keep up with Nick Norton, and he threw the ball away on the offensive end.
Nolan Stevens is in. Inbounds. It comes to Holman. He is fouled by Nolan Stevens. And he picks up his first, and it's 1 and bonus for Austin Holman with 57.9 seconds left. The Saints at the line to try to regain the lead in this one against Rockridge. I'm starting to finally see a little strain on the face of some of these Rockridge players. They were still pretty confident earlier when they were losing, but then they took the lead. Now late. It's starting to look a little strained as Holman makes the first free throw and earns a bonus.
A lot of time left, though. And that's a heavy record to be 28-0 in a situation like this. But there is a lot of time left in this game.
Saints are the underdog. They've been playing a bit loose and free out there and giving them a game. The second one, nope, too strong. Cap has the rebound. Rockridge down by 1, and lots of time remaining here. 53, 52 seconds remaining. 52-51 Central Catholic in the sectional championship at Olympia. The winner plays Tuesday at the Cow. Cap in the paint.
Oh!
Clark stepping away. 2-on-1. No, his pass is intercepted, and then Norton commits the foul. He had a 2-on-1. He tried to bounce pass across to Holman, and someone got a hand on that one. Might have been Cap. Deflected it. They came out with a steal, and Norton in frustration then commits the foul.
I think Brian Heath made a good play in that fast break. Norton was trying to hit Holman on the 2-on-1. Heath got his hand in there, broke it up, got the ball, caused Norton to foul him.
Did they give the foul to John Hester instead? I thought it was on Nick Norton, but they've got
going to go against John Hester. I'm surprised.
So John picks up the foul. There's a timeout on the floor, but we're going to keep it here at this one. Mind you that we have more basketball coming up as soon as we wrap this one up from here. Illinois Wesleyan University and Webster, but we're not going to go anywhere yet on this one. 52-51, Saints lead by 1. It'll be Rockridge basketball in center court here when we resume the play.
Nick Norton was almost the hero, got the steal, tried the fast break with Holman, had the ball knocked away. Nice job. Good foul that time. You don't want to give them a fast break opportunity. It puts you in the bonus, but it doesn't send them to the free throw line.
Both teams are in the bonus now. Team fouls are at 7 on Rockridge and 6 on the Saints. So free throws from here on out on fouls. And as they reset the clock at the end of the timeout here, we'll tell you exactly how much time we have remaining in the game. 39.5 seconds left.
I still think Elliot Hordeman has a basket in him somewhere to see if he can hit the next basket for the Saints.
I think you're right. Normally he's good for several in the ballgame, but he hasn't scored yet in this one. Rockridge with it first. Here's Johnson. They trail by 1. Luke Johnson, backdoor lob. Half catches deep on the baseline, puts it off the board. As he gets it down, puts it in. 29 for half. Rockridge leads by 1. Norton driving, drawing contact, puts up a stretch.
Oh, my.
Off the iron. Nick Norton answers at the other end with a runner from the right-hand side. Saints back up by 1. Cap at the other end, triple teamed in the paint. Will force up a shot. No good. Rebound. Nick Norton has the rebound for the Saints in the crowd. It looked like Cap might have gone over the back, but they let him play. They escorted out to Nick Norton. There's 8.3 seconds left. The Saints left Nick Norton at the line for a 1-and-1 with a 1-point lead and 8.3 remaining.
Cap found himself in a quadruple team at the free throw line, got a shot up, got a tip. What a great rebound by Nick Norton. He's been rebounding phenomenally in all of postseason. Now he goes to the free throw line to try and make the lead up to 3.
Trying to make it a 2-point lead with the first one. Nice the bucket. It's on the way. It's good. They caught a little bit of the inside of the iron, but drops in for him. Nick Norton with 19 points now in this ball game, 12 in the second half. He'll give the Saints a 3-point lead if he can make the second one, and Rockridge will only have 8.3 seconds remaining. Second one is good. Timeout on the floor, taken by the Saints. Can't celebrate yet, but they're looking good. Timeout to do probably no worse than maybe overtime. Rockridge might be forced to shoot a three here with 8.3 seconds remaining. We'll keep it here on the timeout again.
Well, and I'm sure that's why Jason Welch called that timeout. He wants to know where the three-point shooters are. Honestly, you almost let them go inside the half, and you just step back. Let them have the layup, but you got to get out on the three-point shooters. And the man who hit a couple early is Nick Madison. Hasn't shot much. The only other three was by Brian Heath. He's done a good job, but mostly inside.
Madison, though, I think the scouting report on him from the Saints viewing him earlier this year was he doesn't shoot much, he doesn't score much. They were giving him space early. They found out he can't score it, so they've adjusted their defense. But they've definitely got to be wary of Brian Heath. And now Jeffrey Lightman, the coach's son, is going to get back in the ballgame, so he'll be another possibility to shoot the basketball if everybody else is covered out by the Saints.
That, and if he gets the ball, I double team him immediately. Again, he's played like a freshman tonight. He looks a little rattled. He might turn it over.
Rockridge will have to bring it down length of the court. The Saints will apply some token pressure in the backcourt to try to slow them up a little bit, but they have time. 8.3 seconds remaining.
You almost want to foul, maybe. Foul early, send him to the free throw line.
See what the Saints do. Johnson will get in the backcourt. Here comes Heath. He's across the timeline with 7, and he is fouled by Nick Norton before he shoots. It'll be out of bounds. No, 1 and 1, excuse me. 1 and 1. Nick Norton will send Heath to the line for 1 and 1 with 6 seconds remaining. Of course, the Rockridge crowd wanted and a chance for a foul call, but they won't get it.
And I like the play. You send it to the free throw line. You can't hit a three-pointer from the free throw line. Saints, that's the game plan. That's exactly what they did. And now they're sending Heath to the free throw line. These are big.
He's 2 for 2 in this ball game from the line. He'll shoot 1 and 1. They're trying to get everybody squared away along the lane. Hap doesn't want to have Hester inside of him, and Hester wants to be inside of Hap. And so every time Hester moves, Hap moves. So now the official's going to come over to the scores table, and he's given a delay of game warning to both teams here. So now they will force Hap to stay put, and he will be lined up alongside John Hester, who will have inside position for this free throw by Brian Heath. First on a 1 and 1. It's good. Rockridge is within 2. 56-54, 5.6 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter of this sectional championship at Olympia. First, a timeout taken by Rockridge. And again, we're going to keep it right here. We don't want to miss a thing. It's going to be interesting to see what he decides to do on this second free throw. Let Heath go ahead and make it, or will he intentionally try and miss? There's still 5.6 seconds remaining.
And that's exactly what they're talking about right now in this timeout. They're going to decide whether to miss and try and get the ball and get a basket, or you make and you put on the pressure on the inbounds from Central. I'm not sure what they're going to do, but you could go either way. Coach's decision, we'll see what they do, but pressure's on Heath, because sometimes it's hard to miss a shot when you're shooting from the free throw line.
It is. But they've got their best player probably at the free throw line. I mean, obviously, Ethan Hap is a 5'6'9" type player, but this young junior, Brian Heath, can do it all. He's been pretty quiet tonight, though. 14 points. The Saints have done a pretty good job on him.
Pressure's on John Hester. If he misses on purpose, he's got to get this rebound.
Jake Reinhardt boxing out also. Here's the free throw. He went ahead and put it in. 1-point ball game. Saints got to get it in play. Orderman looking, gets it in the backcourt. Nick Norton stripped away, but out of bounds. Luke Johnson down to 4.3 seconds. Johnson sprawled on the floor to try to steal. He was out of bounds when he touched the basketball.
He's done a great job defensively. Almost had a steal that time.
1-point lead for the Saints. They've got to get it inbounds. And a long pass. Reinhardt breaks behind the defense. Before the pass, there was a whistle and a foul in the backcourt. A foul on Rockridge. No time ran off the clock. It's still 4.3 seconds remaining. And it's on Nick Madison, who's picked up his third. Did he foul? He fouled Austin Holman, who was shooting.
Holman will be at the line. Big free throws.
Austin in this ball game has made 3 of 5. 1 for 2 here in the second half, earlier in the fourth quarter of play. 4.3 seconds remaining, a 1-point lead for Central Catholic. Central Catholic, Austin Holman, a 1 and bonus on the way. In out, no good. Caps got the rebound, and timeout taken in the backcourt. Let's see where they're going to get the ball out of bounds. I would think, right where they caught the rebound. They still have to bring it length of the court with 3.6 seconds remaining unless they put time back on the clock.
And you don't need a 3. If you're Rockridge, that's what head coach Whiteman is saying right now. We don't need a 3. look for them to try and get something to half inside. Maybe he's fouled. Maybe he gets a good look from short range. But that's what they have to do. They don't need to fire up the three, but they've got to go a long way in 3 seconds.
3.6 will be exactly what they put on the clock. They have to go length of the court. But I tell you what, if they lob it in to even half, the clock doesn't start till he touches it. And he can go pretty quick from one end to the other. And when he doesn't stop at around the free throw line, he's been pretty hard to stop, go all the way to the basket and score. And I think that might be enough time depending upon where he catches the basketball.
See if they get it to him about midcourt. Give him half a court to get a shot off.
Can somebody for the Saints step in front of him and draw an offensive foul? It's risky. You could put him at the line for a chance to win the ball game.
This place would explode if that happened, but it's a tough call. Half now going all the way down to the free throw line. See if they always Christian Leitner throw it down to him at the free throw line.
Saints lead by 1, 56-55, 3.6 seconds remaining. Somebody's going to win it here, we think, unless there's a foul call and they only make one free throw. Long pass down the floor. Cap's going to try to catch it. Bait knocked away. Reinhardt has the steal. Good defensive play by the Saints. They kept it away from Hap, and they have upset number 1 rated Rockridge. They are going to the Super Sectional. The Saints have won it 56-55.
They tried the Christian Leitner Duke play. They lobbed it to Hap. He lost the handle, and the Saints picked up the loose ball. Lots of contact. Whistles went in the back pocket for the final 3 seconds.
Jason Welch is so elated. Now he'll shake hands with the Rockridge players and coaching staff. The Saints have pulled a major upset. They made the defensive play at the end, knocking away the three-quarters length court, or actually a little bit more pass. Came up with a loose ball. Jake Reinhardt came up. Did you catch Eric? Who knocked the ball away on that play? Can you tell who defended? I think it was Elliot Hardeman, but I don't know absolutely for sure.
We'll say that was him. Hap was surrounded by a host of Saints. It could have been any number of them, but that was good defense. Saints outplayed Rockridge this entire game. They deserve to win that ball game.
We're going to try to get Coach Jason Welch over here in a second. They have won the sectional. They are into the Elite Eight. They're going to play in the Super Sectional at DeKalb on Tuesday night as they have upset Taylor Ridge Rockridge here tonight at Olympia High School, 56-55. What a finish. Nick Norton was money down the stretch. Nick with 20 points in the ball game. He made 6 of 6 from the free throw line down the stretch to help the Saints win it. Now they're going to award the plaque to the victorious Saints, who are still celebrating, as you can imagine, here at Olympia. Stick around here. As soon as we get them talking to Coach Welch, we'll send you to the Church Center for Illinois Wesleyan University Division III. Coach taking on Webster. And here come the captains, Elliot Hordeman and Nick Norton, hugging each other in their plaque. Now they'll show it to the rest of their team, to the crowd here at Olympia High School. The Saints are sectional champions here at Olympia High School.
They should be proud of this win. They took on an undefeated 28-0 team from Rockridge, and they outplayed them throughout the game, and they held on there at the end, and that was a great win for Central Catholic, great win for Bloomington Normal.
All right, we're going to see if we can get Coach Welch up here as soon as we can. He is just being loved by everyone. Everybody giving him a hand, giving him a hug, and celebrating here as the Saints have won this one. Nick Norton led the way with 20 points, 19 points for Jake Reinhardt, 6 points for Braxton Kaufman, who played well. And here comes Coach Welch as the Saints have won it. All right, Coach. Congratulations. Big upset win, and your kids played tough down the stretch in this one.
I'm real proud of our guys. I mean, that was a big play at the end. They were popped for a loose ball. Could have went either way, and the kids came up with it.
Who knocked that away? Was it Elliott, or who got a piece of that?
It looked like Hordeman got it, and then Nick got some of it, and Reinhardt. So, it was a big play, and I was real proud of it.
Nick was outstanding down the stretch for him. He took control. He made his free throws. I mean, you had a lot of contributions from a lot of guys, but he showed that leadership that you depended on all year this year.
Yeah, he's so solid, and I thought, some unsung heroes. That Gilmore, that sophomore, man, he came in there in that first half, really made some plays, but Braxton Kaufman finishing around the rim, John Hester playing great late, Austin Holman diving. I mean, there is a whole host of guys. I was so proud of them. Go Saints.
All right, Coach. Congratulations. Go celebrate with your team. All right. We'll see you Tuesday. They'll be in the Super Sectional next Tuesday as the Saints have won it against Taylor Ridge Rockridge. They were undefeated, Eric, 28-0. They were the number 1 rated team in the state, and rightly so. And the Saints, they trailed a little bit early, and then they let it get away a little bit at the end, but they hung tough and they got the job done. This is just a huge upset win by Central Catholic High School here tonight.
You look at the scorebook, Central led after every quarter. They led from wire to wire, and they did a great job of finishing strong, so they deserve to win this game, and they beat a very good team that now has one loss, and I tell you, it's hard to get to Peoria undefeated, and Rock Ridge found that out tonight.
Well, they are celebrating, taking pictures now, and we'd love to talk about it for another 15, 20 minutes at least, but we need to get it off to Illinois Wesleyan basketball. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We certainly enjoyed bringing it your way here from the sectional championship at Olympia High School, where Bloomington Central Catholic has defeated Taylor Ridge Rock Ridge 56-55. For Eric LePan, this is Larry Dooling. Thanks so much for listening. Stay tuned. Illinois Wesleyan basketball is next in progress.